guys switched to zone early in the second half, and then seemed to throw them off a little bit. What was going well in the zone, and what were you guys struggling with in the man-to-man?
I think their guards were penetrating and getting into the teeth of our defense, and number 0 was able to make a lot of plays, and we thought it would be better to contain their team in the zone.
You've hit some big shots these last 2 games in some pretty critical situations. Is that something that you've kind of taken upon yourself as a more experienced guy on this team?
I just try. I don't try to force anything just because I've been on this team and I played on it last year and I've been in these situations. I just try to go with the flow, and if I have an open shot and my team has confidence in me and I have confidence in myself, then I'm gonna knock it down.
Walk us through the block at the end of regulation. Did you get the sense that the play was moving in that direction?
I actually saw we're in a zone and Henry was a little late to his side, so I went over there and I saw number 0 attacking, so I helped a little bit, and then I just tried to not foul him and contest the shot, and I actually got a hand on the ball.
When you win a game like this, that's obviously a lot closer than most people expected.
Mm-hmm.
Are you frustrated in the locker room, or do you just look at it and think, well, we got the W?
I mean, IUPUI, they're a pretty veteran team. They have a lot of older guys, and they're really well coached. So, I think every game in college basketball is going to be a battle, and we have a really young team this year. So, we're not nowhere near where we're going to be, and we're really just building on every game right now.
You're one of the few guys who's made three-pointers with any regularity so far this year. And coming into the season, that was supposed to be an advantage over last year's team. What do you think has been going poorly in that part of the game for you guys, and what needs to improve?
Honestly, I feel like we've gotten really good shots, and I feel like we have stepped up our three-point shooting, but they're just not falling yet. And so you can't really tell, but, we got Henry's a great three-point shooter. JJ has really improved, and, Dwayne's still a good three-point shooter. We just have to just knock down our shots. We're getting great looks, and we just have to knock them down.
The defensive issues this year, do you think that has to do with this team being made up of a lot of guys who haven't played together all that long?
No, not really. I'm really actually not sure exactly what to tell you about that. I think that's more something we have to go and watch film and break down.
Same kind of idea, but on the offensive end, 20 turnovers tonight. How do you fix that? Is it just a matter of getting more time in together, or is there something else that you guys can do?
Yeah, we were really loose with the ball today. We had a lot of careless turnovers that can easily be taken care of, and they will be taken care of for our game on Thursday.
Coach, obviously you're happy with getting a W, but
No buts. No buts.
the way you got there, a little dicey.
Yeah, well, there's no givens in college basketball. I don't know if you've been paying attention to what's happening around the country. There's no givens. And so for our team, there was a lot of game pressure on our kids, and they responded. We were able to finish the game with some big plays, and multiple guys had big plays in an atmosphere where there was all the game pressure was on us. We were able to make adjustment late in the first half to go to zone. I thought that was a key for us because we couldn't keep Combs out of the paint, and the zone gave us an opportunity to defend them better and keep their best player out of the paint. But make no mistake about it, this is a really good win for our team. They're well coached. Jason does a really good job with them. They have basically 5 kids who've played 4 years of college basketball. And so they've been in a lot of games, and they've been in a lot of game pressure. We have a freshman point guard, and our go-to guy is a freshman big guy. And so, we have guys who are learning, and it's much better to learn while you win as opposed to learning from a loss.
When it comes to switching up from man to zone, do you stay in man a little bit longer to kind of let your guys try and figure it out since they are still playing?
Yeah, we did. We tried to make a couple adjustments on the ball screen, and none of them worked. And so we decided to go zone, and zone proved to be our best defense tonight.
Was there something in particular that they were doing that was causing so many turnovers?
No. They played hard, but a number of the turnovers were unforced. And really, we were very careless with the ball. And, we haven't shot the ball well. And so the defense keeps getting more and more compact. And so you drive in there, and there's 4 or 5 people on the drive, or you hit the post, and there's 3 or 4 people surrounding the post player. And we weren't strong with the ball. We didn't make good decisions. And we also, it'd be nice to make a couple shots here to loosen up the defense a little bit.
The way he played tonight, especially down the stretch, did he solidify his place as your
Yeah, no, Hanif and Tracy, both those kids are going to be really good, but Hanif, obviously, in the second half with 9 second-half points, made some really big plays. I mean, he hadn't played point guard his whole life. So, we're throwing a lot at him. And I thought today he made some real winning plays for us. And, he's going to be a very good player.
2 games in, we haven't seen help yet. Are you planning on using?
Yeah, I am. But, with Matt's playing behind our, 2 best players, and Luke and Henry. It's very difficult to take Luke out of a game. And it's very difficult for me to take Henry out of a game. Matt's going to be a really good player. He knows that the process that he's got to follow. He'll have his opportunities. This first stretch, this is a brutal stretch for us. And so, you got to go. I really trust Luke a lot. And I trust Henry a lot. And that doesn't mean I don't trust Matt, but Matt's going to have to get in a game and do good things to continue to build that. The thing I do believe with Matt is Matt's going to be really, really good here. And he's got an opportunity to learn from, I think, one of the better big guys in the country.
Luke seemed to play a lot more aggressive tonight than he did in the first game.
Yeah, I think Luke played well in the first game. We wanted him to play with more force on the offensive end, and I think he did that. And especially in the first half, we were really able to establish him. In the second half, because we haven't shot the ball well, there was pretty much 5 guys in the paint, and so it was a little bit more difficult to get it in. And when we did get it in, he had a bunch of bodies hanging on him. So, but Luke was a rock for us. He had another double-double, and did some really nice things.
What does it say about Dwayne that he was able to shake off those 5 first-half turnovers and didn't shoot the ball very well from 3-point, but he was able to get that layup in overtime?
Yeah. Yeah, no, that layup was a huge layup. It made it a 2-possession game and gave us a 4-point lead. Dwayne has a great attribute that a lot of really good scorers have. They have amnesia. And sometimes as a coach, I wish I had that. But, Dwayne is not afraid of the moment. And I think that play at the end of the game showed that.
What's the most important thing you want to clean up ahead of this next stretch?
I have to pick from the list. Obviously, we have to get better all around. It's just very difficult for me to pick one thing. The thing I think we can clean up in a hurry is our turnovers. I mean, we should be a team that has a good assist-to-turnover ratio, and tonight our assist-to-turnovers almost cost us the game.
How much do you manage as far as Henry's game, as far as whether he goes inside, whether he takes a 3, or how are you approaching that
Well,
early in the season?
we want him to try to take advantage of both those areas. We want to give him the freedom when he's on the perimeter and he's open. We feel like he can hit the shot. He's hit it at a really high percentage in practice. Sometimes the game speed is a little bit different, but we also want to use him inside, not only as a scorer, but a guy who's going to attract a lot of attention and can be a distributor. So we're going to use him all over the floor.
Some of the unforced turnovers and some of the defensive lapses, some of the guys looked a little unsure of themselves. How important is it for the confidence of the team to win the way you did tonight?
Well, we had to show a great deal of mental toughness to pull out this game. There was a number of possessions that if we didn't score or make a stop, then we would have lost. I mean, it was true. It was a 1-possession game. And, one of the things that our team needs to learn is that regardless of who we're playing, these are possession-by-possession games. And so every possession is important and valuable. And we haven't completely grasped that concept yet, but it's something that games like this can allow you to have a better appreciation of.
Second straight game where an opponent has gotten hot from outside, and that's kind of either brought them back or put them in a good spot. How much of it is guys not being in the right spot, and how much of it is teams just shooting well right now?
Well, Belmont's the best 3-point shooting team in the league. I mean, Bradshaw's first 3 was from the MU, and then he banked one in. And then off of a dribble exchange, he shot one in the face of 2 guys when we had 4 hands on him. So their shooting was a result of being the best 3-point shooting team in the country. IUPUI shot the ball very well. That's not typically who they are, especially from their post. I thought their post guys early in the game knock down some shots that we hadn't seen them on film knock down. And that happens, you know, there's when they come in here, the pressure's on us to win. So they get to play a little bit freer than maybe they would play in their conference. And so you have to respond and react to that. Some of the breakdowns were a result of penetration, though, where you guys got wide open shots. So it's a combination of both.